So the next question is this. I've got a 5-gallon bucket full of cider that I made from all the free apples in the state of Washington that are just lying all over the place. Once again, you don't even need to add yeast. It has natural yeast on the skin. If you just make juice and ferment it, you got cider. It's as simple as that. So this is a 1/8 gallon. It's 16 ounces. There's 128 ounces in a gallon. But that's 16 ounces, so that's 1/8 of a gallon. So the question is, how many of these bottles can I fill from a 5-gallon bucket, right? So let's think of it. Let's go with this video first. So let's think about how many bottles do I need for 1 gallon? So this is an 1/8. 1/8. This is 1/8 of a gallon. How many of these guys do I need for 1 gallon? Let's start there. What do you think? There's 2 of them. That's 2/8, right? Where have we got? Here's 3/8. Here's 4/8. Here's 5/8. 5/8, isn't it? Here's 6/8. Here's 7/8. And here is 8/8, right? These are different color, but they're the same size. Well, that should be, yeah, supposed to be the same size. But how many of these bottles do I need for 1 gallon? 8 of these bottles for 1 gallon, because each of them is 1/8 of a gallon. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So there's 8 of them in 1 gallon. How many in 5 gallons? Take your time. Take your time. Write it down. There's 8 of these in 1 gallon. How many in 5 gallons? Take your time.
40.
40. Okay, now let's check that on paper. So how many 16-ounce bottles, which are 1/8 gallon, can be filled from a 5-gallon bucket? And so I want us to try to figure this with, division of fractions, just for fun, really, because I want us just to show a real-life application of dividing by fractions, just for fun. So, what's that doing there? All right, so what we're going to do is, like, how many 1/8s are contained in 5? I mean, that's our problem, really. And the way to do that, and let me just we'll just go to a really easier example. Like, how many 2s are in 6? How many 2s are contained in 6?
3.
Right, there's 3 of them, right? 3 2s and 6, right? And turn that into a division to get the answer 3. What would you do?
2 divided by 6, or...
Yeah, good question. Is it 2 divided by 6 or is it 6 divided by 2? Which one?
That always is my issue.
All right.
I don't know.
Well, write down each one. See which one you think.
I think it's 2 divided by 6.
Well, 2 divided by 6, remember, it looks like this, 2/6, whereas this one looks like this, 6/2. So which one?
Oh, okay. So you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
So 6 divided by 2.
Yeah, so 6 divided by 2. Right. Right, yeah, but good. That's a good point. This is exactly what everyone wonders about and gets the struggle. So 1/8, how many 8s are in 5? It's kind of like saying how many 2s are in 6. We go 6 divided by 2, not this one. How many 8s are in 5? We go 5 divided by 1/8, right?
Right.
5 by 1/8. And our trick is when we divide by fractions, we need to, well, change the 5 to a fraction and multiply by the reciprocal, right?
Right.
So it's 5/1 times, and 1/8 becomes
8/1.
8/1. Yeah, 5/1 times 8/1, right? Which is simply
40/1.
right, which is or 5 times 8, 40, right? So what is the answer to the real life problem? How many bottles can be filled from a 5-gallon bucket?
40.
Right. 40 bottles. 40 of these guys. 40 bottles is the answer. Yeah, 40 bottles will fill up the 5-gallon bucket that doesn't even fit under the camera. The 5-gallon bucket, right? 40 of these will fill up that. Right, there we go.
Yeah. That makes sense.